So yeah, so I guess we're heading back to. So I guess we'll start. So you guys are outside of Rumble Volcano, and I assume you're heading back to Kokoro.
So this is before Hue.
This is before Hue, and then sometimes during Hue, because unless I roll something stupid for encounters, you're probably not going to get any. And even if you do, well, your party can more than handle it, especially with Haar there, with all of his medic shit. And then the two tanky motherfuckers, and then...
Yeah, Haar really likes his tanks. Also, I'm glad we didn't fight that Empoleon that Haar mentioned, because the only person who could have effectively countered that would have been our two fighting types, which were both the guys who weren't there.
Exactly. It would have been annoying as fuck to deal with. It would have been great. Oh well. I actually did roll some encounters, but we're just gonna say you clear those easily.
Loot.
Because hashtag echoed voice.
Loot. If there are any TMs, we want to know about it.
Oh, let's see. You got some thrown items. You got some berries.
Old. Hey, we can use berries.
More berries.
Hey, don't we roll some of these?
Not today. Or at
Okay.
least not right now.
Okay.
Not unless you actually... Only participants in the encounter can roll for these. Technically, no one's participating, so I'm rolling for them.
Well, you didn't have us participate.
Because it would
Just
be...
have me bite something.
Because it would just be pointless and stupid.
Yeah.
Because echoed voice everywhere.
Yeah.
Leanne does it, then Haar does it, then Leanne does it again, and
Wait, Haar?
dude, mystics, they can borrow moves.
Right.
So Haar can produce his own eggs. He can also make his voice echo, and he can heal pulse. He can do it all.
He can produce his own eggs.
Yep. Because soft-boiled. No one knows why. No one understands how.
Anyway, I realized I have
That
a
or the
question
other
to ask
explanation
Haar.
is that he just goes over to Blissey, takes the egg from her, and then gives it out. And then, pop, here's another
Okay,
egg.
that's much better than the alternative.
But it's funnier when you think about it the other way.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess I do have a question for Haar. Do you have any hidden moves?
Only what my Pokemon know.
Aww. So he doesn't have any of the HM discs.
No, he does not have any HMs.
No! Curses.
Wait. Well,
Those ones never get
most
used
of his Pokemon use Strength, though.
And wouldn't Goshri have Surf?
He doesn't actually have Surf, no.
Oh, weird.
Remember, these are all things that my party and whatnot had. So technically, Haar has whatever is on his character sheet. I don't actually have his character sheet with me.
But I did find Joel's character.
But
sheet.
he does have Strength on him, actually. So there's
You can
that.
learn strength. Can
I
can
am
learn
almost
strength.
certain that I
I'm
can.
pretty sure most Pokemon can learn Strength. There's actually surprisingly few who can't.
If he has strength on him, I would totally be willing to learn that, because I have plenty of remaining technical move slots.
He would prefer that you make it back to town at the very least before you learn that. There's a time and place for everything, he says, but not now. Ay. I don't know. How much do you actually care about getting some of this stuff that I rolled?
Well, if there are any orange berries or orange berries and pecha berries would be good. I know I need pecha berries since I poison 30% of the people I punch.
So true. So true. Yeah, you get a Pecha Berry.
Okay. Pencil.
You also get a white seed with a red plus on it.
Is that a reviver seed?
It is not.
Oh, heal seed.
Yeah. You also get a red seed.
I have no idea what that one is. Haar. What kind of seed is this?
It is a red one. Wink.
AKA, we still have to pay for identify.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's gonna make money somehow, man. Jeez. That poor Alexam.
yeah, and that somehow is with all of the crazy items that we bring him.
I know, right?
Oh, by the way, turns out Joel had a rainy orb, so sweet. That'll actually be great for me. And also he has 2 weeks of food. I mean, 6 weeks of food. Which is now mine.
yeah. When we get back to town. Things. Anyway. So things happen. Conor, I want you to roll a perception check.
Okie dokie.
Away. Oh, and
12.
he has a small oranberry.
Make
12
sure
is the result.
Make sure this fits in your bag cap inventory cap, because you know those are a thing. Just to remind you,
Yeah, well, I don't even remember. Oh, never mind.
It should be written down.
It is.
I make sure that it's written down. I put a slot there for you to write it down.
I wrote it down.
A 12. John, if you would like to stealth that up and not.
I auto-succeed, unless I roll a nat 1.
Okay, Har will also roll. Since he's also.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh my god! I got an 11. Oh,
wow, man!
Garb adds a +2.
Wow, man! Wow! There's always a 5% chance, man.
Oh, okay.
That is that 5% chance. Conor, you notice that Alligator and Har are talking. Neither of them are horribly not stealthy at it, as they trip over shit and make a lot of noise while going about
actually,
it.
it's impossible for me to make noise because when I reread the ninja ability description, you actually just no longer make noise from movement.
You just step on shit. It's not one. Just let it happen, dude. Come on.
And that one that still actually got a 13 because of the clothing.
Well, regardless, Har only got a 3, so total.
Yeah, can we just say it's mostly him?
No, because he didn't roll in that one. You did.
What did he roll though? A 3?
A 2.
A 2?
They're not. Neither of you guys are stealthy. Okay, Conor, you noticed
They're
them.
just bad.
You noticed them being bad at things, and they're
Well, I'm not being bad at things. I'm just being uncannily.
and they're
less
talking very, very loudly, louder than you think that they should be talking, with how inconspicuous they're trying
well, we did
to be.
Stop moving.
Yeah.
So everyone's and also I basically described it. We walk backwards, then stop, then start talking.
Why does that make it?
The point being, Conor, you noticed them.
Okay.
Are
Well,
you saying it's a chick flick because
what are they
it's a
talking
female
about?
star?
Would you like to try to get in close?
I could add a red versus
Sure.
blue quote here, but
Stealth it.
Okay, well they don't have it. So.
Yes, I know, Conor.
stealth
Roll it
is-
anyway.
No?
Okay.
You have a +2, don't you? No, +4.
Yeah. I'm a fly, so that's a +9.
No, Conor, you aren't evolved yet.
Oh,
You're a Dragon
wait.
Ball.
I don't have my old stats though.
What's your overland? That's gonna be your Dex +10, or that +10 is your Dex score.
Sci-fi flick.
It's probably what?
Uh,
7.
people who
Okay,
are
so you have a +3 on your stealth.
So-
roll.
Yeah.
forced into a particular
Roll.
role, and then
12 again.
decides to break out of the role.
I nat 20'd my perception check.
Har also perceives you pretty easily.
What did you read? Hey, dude, you read the book. So.
Yeah,
But
I had a book where there's again a society where they all.
I guess they would try to move away from you, I guess.
Fans, I guess.
Do you have something to hide?
So, like, it would be a
Har doesn't really care. It's up to him, more or less.
What would make it a...
I don't know. When I was
So, John, it's
You
going to be...
rejoin the party.
Are you going... Well, here's how it's going to go, John. You have to... Are we going to... Or are you going to try to hide or no? Oh, okay. They rejoined the party. Alright. The next day, roll that perception check.
And another stealth roll.
When that happened,
It was worse than last time, so.
I didn't nat one.
Har actually rolled pretty decent, so you don't notice anything.
By the way, I got a 29.
Oh, damn it.
Dat dex.
Well,
So
Har,
yeah,
Har got a 14, so... Okay. So that goes... A few days later, roll a perception check.
and I'll roll a stealth check. I
Damn.
guess. I did better than last time.
It ultimately... Frankly, it comes down to whether you nat one or if Har rolls bad. Connor, perception.
I got
23.
a 31 on my
23,
stealth
you
check.
notice. You notice things.
Okay.
Har got a
I'll roll
20.
stealth.
He rolled a 19. He's not... He has a pretty low dex.
Yeah.
A 12. Yeah. 12
Okay.
dex. Can't handle it. So you notice Har
I forget which conversation.
talking
this
with
was
things.
in.
What is he talking about?
Would you like to sneak up and try to get close?
I'm not going to sneak up.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk up to them.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll headbutt my way up to them. I'll just walk up.
Okay. Har might not actually... I don't know. If you're walking up, it should not be a hard DC. Yeah, he would be able to see you, but... Again, it comes down to him, not Har. Har doesn't really care either way.
Okay.
I got a 10 to perceive you not sneaking up to us.
That's pretty good. Yeah, it says the rise.
yeah, like most things got bad starts.
I just get bad starts, man. I just said that rise.
That's hard.
Much louder.
Okay.
Dominating.
Yeah.
Let me... Well,
Every time he tries to do anything, I apologize.
Look, then I get rise.
I guess you can perception check, Connor.
yeah, you can perception check. You might be able to catch some of the conversation.
14.
14. That's pretty good.
You can decide what he hears since.
Yep, I'm going through the conversations right now.
I'm pretty sure. No, I just meant that I thought he would perception check the last thing that I just sent you.
No one runs.
I'm gonna say no one.
I think that someone consider you a person.
I'm gonna say he at least hears like a bit of the conversation, and in addition to the last thing you just said.
Okay.
Jacob, Trinidad, Van, Fresh, Virginia.
Okay.
Just give me a second. I gotta find what I'm.
I should also probably try and find the conversation we had.
It's pretty
Okay,
deep.
so this is the oldest one.
yeah, it's technically the oldest one. Yes.
Okay, time to look up.
Yeah, I'm actually at it right now. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to figure out what I want.
Okay, Monday. It was not on Monday.
It was on Sunday,
Tell them we'll be happy about this.
I think. No, it wasn't on Sunday, and it wasn't on Monday either because we got really sidetracked or something and things. We started the conversation, but we never actually went through with it.
Here goes the stagger. Can. Here goes glass cannon. Unless you're bad. You mean?
So it was Wednesday night, Thursday morning. No, that was a more recent one. When is it? Then.
I don't know. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it was the Sunday one.
It was the Sunday. Okay. Goddamn.
Yeah, it was a much shorter one.
Okay. Okay, you're going. Okay, so Connor, you hear the following sentence, and he was a human before he became a Pokemon.
Said by Haar.
Said by Haar. And then you hear Froligator say, "I like my secrets, my ability to speak common being one of them," as he looks over to you.
After I say, this again?
Yeah, after that. But yeah, that's what you hear.
Who are we talking about? I say. Or ask.
Haar just kind of looks at you for, Vaughn.
Yeah. By the way, Russell, you kind of left out an important detail about what I was saying.
Did I?
Yes. Do I need to send you messages about everything?
Probably, yes. Just so there are no misunderstandings.
Okay.
And by the way,
yeah, kind
the
of.
language in
by
which
the
you
way.
hear Vaughn talking is in common. Not Pokecommon. Common.
Okay.
That's why I thought this was significant.
Ah.
Surprise,
why-
motherfucker!
And that explains the last comment that I made as you were walking up. Switching to Pokecommon. What do you want?
I just overheard a little of your conversation. I thought I'd ask about it. It sounded interesting enough.
Damn it.
Care to tell more?
Well, you were there in that nightmare. So, at least you know something of what's been happening to me over the last couple weeks.
Indeed.
To sum it up, almost immediately after we got out of the nightmare and we left town, I started having recurring dreams in which someone keeps telling me to remember everything that happened before I was a slave in those, whatever it was, mines months ago. And then keep calling me by a different name.
And do you remember anything?
Nope. That's part of what I've been talking to Haar about.
Have you two come up with anything on the matter?
Well, not really yet. Pause, I need to tell Russell something.
It's a little longer than I expected. There we go. Secrets, except the stream knows. The stream gets to know things.
Why couldn't you have interrupted our last conversation instead of our middle one?
Well, he might interrupt the last one.
Maybe.
If he perceives it.
But then this was actually kind of my fault, because I was the one who asked specifically if people would overhear it. But I didn't expect that we would notice it every time. Because no one's as good at ninja as I am.
Anyway.
Yeah, but Haar is really bad at ninja.
He's really bad at ninja, but he's also really good at perception. Because wisdom-based character.
Yep. So I guess it all comes down to you, John. Does this conversation continue? Because if the answer is yes, then I can just drop the chat log on Conor or something. That's ultimately up to you. If the conversation continues or if we let it
I
die.
think that at this point I would have stopped and gone back to the group.
Okay, so you're gonna let it die?
Yep.
And, alright.
Are you going to try and keep the conversation alive, Connor? Shelgon.
Otherwise,
I suppose. Anything? Nothing?
Well,
Nothing more to say? As you walk away.
Stop.
Yes.
Or
grab his shoulder. Oh, wait.
a rage face.
Headbutt shoulder.
Headbutt shoulder. You flinch, probably.
I stopped for 10 seconds. Don't do that, please. And don't tell people. At least not.
Alright, so I guess
Sad.
the next day.
Yeah.
You know, the usual thing that you gotta do for this, I guess. Stealth plus perception and blah blah blah.
13 on perception.
16.
9.
Damn it.
Yep, you noticed them again.
Which is why he wasn't being stealthy at all when he approached me for this final conversation.
This is actually still the
Or
second
this is
one.
Finishing the second
The
one.
count of the second, yes. Alright, Connor, you gonna do the same
Actually,
thing?
I'm pretty sure
Approach?
that with what he overheard, it actually was the end of the second conversation. We didn't really say much after that.
A monster to do it?
Ow.
15 stealth.
Years. Oh, you're not getting that. You're not gonna get that past Haar.
Yeah, I saw that one too. And my wisdom is not that good.
You see a ball sneaking up on you.
So sneaky. Oh.
I don't think I'm going to care this time.
You're just gonna. But you're actually right. You were at the end of the conversation.
Yeah. So this is the last conversation.
So wait. So this is gonna be the last conversation then?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So I'm gonna go to that one. So you're not going to care.
I'm just going to ignore him or include him if he wants to be included.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just gonna wave.
You're gonna wave. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Haar just kind
Wave
of.
at Shelgon
Haar just
and then
kind
go
of.
back to the
There's-
conversation.
Haar just kind of looks at you and he just kind of shrugs and is like, "All right, I guess this is happening."
I cease to fail to attempt to be stealthy.
Suddenly, you're actually stealthier.
Suddenly, you're actually invisible or something.
Well, he doesn't have that feat.
Oh, okay.
You have to get a feat for that one. Which
God-
is why you should
oh,
nerf
God.
it.
Holy shit.
You shouldn't nerf the dragon.
John, would you
dust
like to
egg.
just read the conversation?
Because
Sure.
this was the longest
Yes.
one.
This is the longest one because we might as well just read it. Dropping the chat log's just gonna be even more ridiculous. Just let me find
Okay.
the beginning of it.
So are we just gonna have a back and forth conversation?
Yes. Just let me.
And I guess you can throw in comments, Connor, though I don't know how well we're going to respond to them. Oh god, this is super long.
I know, right? I'm just trying to figure out where it starts.
Around 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I was about to say. Jesus.
Yeah, a little bit after 12. 12:12, actually.
12:12. All right. So, Vaughn, if you would like to start this as we read our script that we have created.
Yeah.
All right, and then
The problem is
Connor.
parts of it are out of order.
Yeah, we're gonna have to try to. We're gonna have
Okay.
to try to catch that or something.
We'll have to try and read ahead.
Yeah, read ahead. All right, and then Connor, just feel free to interject if you wish to say
Or should we
anything.
zoom down because he probably didn't hear the entire conversation? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Oh, this is gonna take
Yep.
forever.
That's okay.
Oh, well.
We're waiting on Matt anyway
Yeah.
for the most part. He's kind of an important character in what goes on. Alright, so guys, you get to see session 6.5, you know, the one that's in between
Oh,
actual
well,
sections.
at least he's the only one in the party who I've blatantly told one of my secrets to that we discuss in this.
Yep,
And
anyway.
he already learned on his own about another one.
Yep, moving
And
on.
those are the only ones that are talking about
Alright,
here.
so moving on. I guess you
Yeah.
start at 12:11 a.m.
12. You know, I'm surprised you never asked about my speaking common. I would have thought that people would be a bit more shocked than you and Kona seem.
Huh. I guess you're right. I'm just so used to being able to speak to Pokemon that it never really occurred to me. How did you learn how to do that, by the way? I know Pokemon who do, but some learn differently from others.
Do you know Michaela in the resort town?
Well, of course. I work with her all the time.
Well, when we were in the town after finishing a job with her and saving Kona from probable death, I asked Michaela if she could teach me to speak common. Well, she didn't actually teach me, she did give me this, and then I pull out a small player. I imagine it as looking kind of like a CD player.
Yeah, you know, one of those old things before iPods existed.
I have one of those. It's downstairs in my garage. I think it still works.
And it's probably really dusty.
Actually, we just pulled it out, so it's probably not that dusty.
Oh,
But,
well then.
and she told me how to use it.
That's so like her.
Well, it was fast and easy, so I'm not complaining.
She's used the strain that some humans have when they wish to communicate, so sometimes she helps Pokemon learn our language.
I need help.
Well, once again, she didn't really teach me. When I first asked, she said that it was unusual how great my potential for learning common was. I thought this player and the matching earpiece would be enough. As you can tell, it's working pretty well, though I have been re-listening to the disc every month or so to make sure that I can retain the skill.
That is rather interesting.
Yeah, the only real complaint is that the stupid earpiece kind of traps water when I swim. Takes forever to dry out.
Oh, dude.
Followed by the people clown.
Oh, sorry, lost the spot.
12:22.
Yeah, but is it worth it?
Seriously, to learn a language and all you have to do is listen to a tape 6 hours every 30 days or so and wear an earpiece, if every language were that easy to learn, there would be a lot less confusion in the world.
I suppose that was a stupid question. I've tried picking up some Pokemon languages myself, but it's hard to handle.
In what? Or actually, you wouldn't. No one would understand the next statement. So I make bubbly sounds
It makes bubbling sounds.
because I'm speaking in water.
I would like to not have to rely on my own power to talk to Pokemon, but it seems like I don't really have a choice. And what was that? Some water speak or something?
No, it was fire type with a little rock thrown in here and there.
I've tried speaking some water, but that usually just ends up with Gotri laughing at me. And for those of you who don't know, Gotri is the Vaporeon that he has.
Seems like it would be a lot easier to start with common.
Oh, trust me,
Common.
I've tried. They say
that's
that
cool.
learning the language of a particular type will lead to learning Pokecommon.
On that note, I wonder what this earpiece even does.
Let me see it. I'm no engineer, but I know something about technology these days. It looks like you would only have to wear it while listening to the CD and learning or relearning the language.
Oh. Well, that's a relief.
You don't have to wear it all the time. I think
Oh, right, yeah. Well, Michaela suggested that I always had to wear it, or at least it sounded like it to me,
that Pokemon needs to work on her communication skills.
ironically.
Hey, what's with the scary face? You trying to lower my speed?
By
Punch
the
him.
way,
that I would be able to borrow
I
it?
grinned
you
after
don't-
saying ironically. I have a lot of very scary looking grins, by the way.
Okay, hold on. Connor did say something.
Yeah.
Do you think I would be able to borrow it if you don't need to use it all the time?
Well, I have no idea if it'll actually work on you. Sure. I mean,
I've got to
Sure.
have some sort of ear hole that it would work in.
somehow. Okay. Well, sure. Try it, I guess. But I'm gonna need that back soon enough, because in a couple more weeks I'm gonna need to listen to it again.
Fair enough.
You're now listening to Schoolhouse Rock.
Yep. You're listening to Schoolhouse Rock. I will see if it actually works or not, though. I'll have to do a couple things behind the scenes. Anyway, moving on.
Let's just skip the next bit because,
Blah blah blah.
yeah.
Well, anyways, let's get back to the group. Don't need to let them get too suspicious.
Oh, and apparently I've been holding the
Whoops.
EVs this week. Yeah, well,
They're
sounds
asleep.
like these three are waking up, so we should probably get them back near Kona.
All right.
Maybe it'll help.
Oh, that's the second to last conversation. I forgot we had that additional one. So
Yeah.
cool. All right, so head back to the group, and Shelgon, you hear all of that fun stuff.
Cool.
A few days later,
Oh, wow, that was actually our first conversation still. I get the same stealthy.
23. Perception.
You actually beat me, too.
well, you beat him. Wait,
Yeah.
wait, so Conor beat you?
Yeah.
That's a shame because Haar's fucking invisible right now.
Nat 20 doesn't mean auto success. Not with that dexterity.
He's fucking invisible right now.
I only got a 16.
Alright, so you see Van of all things, but you don't see Haar anywhere. but you
Wait,
hear
wasn't
them
he
talking.
Not being yeah, he wasn't even being stealthy, though. Remember?
He rolled anyway.
Okay, well, he specifically
He
wasn't.
looks so... Okay, how about this? He looks so fucking nonchalant about it that you wonder if there's anything even going on. Your call, though.
Also, seeing me trying to be stealthy isn't very out of place.
Yep. So, Conor, your call.
But your conversations have been interesting thus far, so I may as well listen. I
Alright.
approach.
Are you being stealthy at all?
Nah.
Nah.
I'm
Nah.
not gonna bother with that.
Okay.
Easy perception. Don't know why you even rolled. Anyway,
I see him.
it's gonna actually come down to you more or less. How comfortable are you with the Shelgon? Haar asks.
Eh. He's already heard enough.
Alright. Already heard enough.
Plus, he doesn't seem like he's as talkative as some other members of the group who are also AFK.
So Haar just kind of slows down in the group, kind of approaches Vaughn and says, "Hey, mind if I talk to you about something?"
And then
And then that stuff happens,
Yeah.
and then
and
Shelgon,
then we
you
basically
follow.
stop walking.
Yep. So I've been thinking, considering our past couple of conversations about your amnesia, the dreams, the visions, and your natural affinity for learning or speaking common, I think you might actually be human.
So what exactly would that mean? Am I like the Scizor formerly known as Pikachu?
I'm sorry, what?
Wait, you don't know about Owl?
I've heard a few things, but I don't think something like that has come up, at least with me.
Well, from what he said, it was just before we all got together. Kona bought us and we were kidnapped, etc. Owl was a Pikachu at the time and decided to go wandering off into the desert to the southwest. I don't know what happened there, and I doubt he knows either, but when he came out, he was suddenly a Scyther, and that's where he met 1/43, and they came back to town together.
Referring to the Claydol, but yeah. Fascinating. I might have to talk with Al about that at a later date.
Yeah,
That later
it took me
date
quite
being
a while
another
to get used to
session.
those arms.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was actually talking to one at one point about going into the desert, but if that's the case, I don't really know that I'd want to go down there.
Salamance, become Pikachu!
Yeah, no.
Okay, fine. Raichu, since you're fully evolved. I'll be nice. Kappa. Anyway. But anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah. So, what would that mean if I were human anyway? I'm not human now, and I don't remember anything about back more than half a year.
That's what makes me most suspicious. There is a saying that if you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how crazy, is the truth.
No matter how improbable, must be the truth. Sorry for the correction.
I don't remember the quote anyway. Anyway, think about it. If you existed prior to your first memory, how could you have lost it in the first place? I know slavers are harsh, but they would never do something so debilitating. I think this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I doubt they could erase all memories before a certain date without seriously affecting me up to this point. Besides, it's not their style. They want their slaves to remember every last miserable moment of their torture to keep them in check. At least that's how most slavers I've encountered have acted.
Exactly. And then next you have a natural affinity for comment. I've never heard about this in a Pokemon.
I can't find this. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I found it.
Okay, 1257.
It was above my last statement.
I think 1257 is the response.
Yes.
Okay.
Besides some legendaries, of course.
Well, yeah, but you weren't no legendary. Legendary. Okay.
But I disagree, for I am Von Hohenheim, master assassin and ninja rocketeer extraordinaire.
He looks over at Shelgon. He's more legendary than you are, to be honest. Chuckles. But legendaries are
Shelgon
special
looks back.
cases.
I grin.
Eyebrow raise.
Legendaries are special cases. But then again, so are you.
Where is that one? There you go.
A bunch of random emote things.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
And finally, you possess the ability that a legendary hero from a continent far away also has. And guess what? He was a human that got turned into a Pokemon. I feel this is no coincidence.
Once again, no response. I just work here.
But what is the purpose of you being here if you really are human? That's what I would like to know.
Ask the Gardevoir in my dreams. She seems to know, but that doesn't help me.
I would if I could. I know that some can be rather mischievous, but they do have good intentions.
I think that this last section I would hold off on while he's here.
Okay. I'm sure it'll let you know in due time. Maybe she is waiting until you are deemed ready or worthy of something.
That's the way she makes it sound. Remember what you came for.
Sorry, just turning down the music. And then if you would want to say the other quotes.
Yeah, remember what you came for, Silas.
So she refers to you as Silas, which increases my suspicions that you are actually human.
Yeah, it's not a name I've ever heard.
Who is she? How does she know me better than I do?
I bet she was the one who sent you here, or somehow related to the one who did.
So what makes her so important? She can take someone's life away, take their memories, their race, and thrust them into slavery.
The thing is, no one can.
Beautiful.
Not even the gods, unless one condition is met.
And what's that condition?
Wow. At least someone said it, thank God! He didn't say it. Shogun says the line I wanted you to say, but okay.
Yeah, well, I would have just done the hand motion, but we weren't doing a video chat.
He looks at Shelgon, he looks at you, he looks back at Shelgon, back at you. He's on a horse. I mean, what? Consent. One way or another, you agreed to these terms, fully aware of what would happen. Though as to why some of these terms even existed is beyond me.
I didn't actually say the next one.
Aw, but it's funny.
Okay, fine. Though I didn't actually say it, Conor, you should hear my response. Damn, I knew I should have read that end user license agreement. Shit.
Insert Kappa here.
Uh,
You know that legendary hero? He was supposed to be human, but a Pokemon fucked with the time travel and he woke up with amnesia and was a Pokemon. Perhaps something similar happened to you. What if you weren't supposed
Now
to
wait. You say that he'd have to consent to being transformed like that, but if that's the case, then why are you looking to figure it out in the first place? If you wanted to transform, then why is it necessarily a bad thing? Perhaps something happened to you that you didn't want your future self to know about. Did you consider that?
Well, if you listened to him just a second ago, he just said that something was actually screwed up.
Okay.
Like, he said that the person was supposed to...
Like, think of it this way. What if he wasn't supposed to become a slave, but come in as a human fully aware of what he had to do?
So what got screwed up then? Why are there all these problems? I'm still wondering how I got into those work camps. If I remember anything, I just want to know why. Why all this happened.
I do not know, and I'm afraid I can't help you with any of these questions. All I can say is that you have to trust that you will find out in time.
Joy.
Perhaps find out where your first memory came from. Touch a few things there to try to trigger your dimensional scream. Maybe something will come up. Do you remember who you worked for before you were sold to Kona?
Oh, oops, I had another statement that I'd put in later.
Oh, throw it in there
Yeah.
somewhere.
Which was also broken into multiple parts. God damn it.
You did this to yourself.
No, you did this to me, because you didn't tell me the missing information until after. The thing is, I'm not even sure where my first memories came from. I just remember getting up too early, working too hard and too long, moving heavy things, and using water to break rocks. The only clue I have is the leader was a Skarmory.
And then off topic. So, the Silver Skarmories, eh?
Seems a bit redundant, don't you think? So, you know where to find them?
I do. Their base of operations is southwest of here, near the town down there. And he points it out to the map. If you guys go to the map, it's the southern westernmost city out there. South
Which
of the
I've already
desert.
marked as your next line.
Which I've already marked as blah blah blah. There, in Oblivia Town.
Well, looks like I found somewhere else to go, even if I don't remember much. This will be a great opportunity to express my gratitude.
Indeed. I was planning to mount
Plus,
it.
it might lead to some hints, like you suggested.
Indeed. I was planning to mount an assault there, but it looks like you got that covered. But perhaps I have said too much. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I hope I've been some help to you.
I don't think we need to include the next part
Alright.
that I had said.
Are you sure?
Well, basically I'm saying that because we went a little out of order. Because my next statement was supposed to be before yours.
Oh, okay. Well,
140.
oh yeah. Okay, so as I have written here in the chat, I retract my last statement. We are not done talking currently.
Okay.
Okay. So you say at 140.
Oh, the more the merrier. I expect we'll be going down there within the month. After all, 1/43 has been bothering us about it for a while. Seems he has some questions that might be answered down there as well. Why don't you join us?
Wow.
Still mount that assault.
Well, there are other matters that I must take care of as well. So if you're going down there to wreck some stuff, then I might as well take care of some other objectives.
Matters like obtaining those balls you were using earlier.
No, these balls, pulls out one of this style right here. You know the one. Are already obtained. I have all the empties I need and more, but they need to be, well, occupied by, special Pokemon. And by special, I mean evil, though they could capture more than just that.
Rant, off topic. That's not what I meant, but okay. I meant other objectives similar to that, like finding those you mean to capture, gaining allies, or whatever it is you're doing. Also, I hope you didn't intend to use one of those on that Skarmory.
Well, my job is to put away the criminals of this world away in a technology that no one has seen before, or at least in this continent anyway. These were especially imported from the Isle of the Gods, and given only to me, so far that I know anyway. It is for my ability plus other circumstances that led Michaela to confiding me this job. Trust me, if I didn't have to do this, I would, but the way she sees it, we have no other choice at this point. I'm sure you know what she is. He looks over at Bacon, and I'm sure you know what she is too. A god who walks among the common man and Pokemon.
You heard me tell you about how I learned to speak, and you think I don't know who she is? We don't know who she is?
She senses that something seriously wrong will happen if we do not take this course of action. It might even be too late. And he kind of like squeezes his hand together. But that won't stop me from trying. And he makes a really determined
Inserting
face.
line here. But still, I hope you didn't need to capture that Skarmory, because I doubt there will be enough left to put in that ball.
We can.
On that note, I really think you should talk with Troy when we get back. He hasn't been himself since we met Michaela in person, if you know what I mean. I'm not just talking about him evolving.
I'll see what I can do about that. Oh, and by the way, what I just revealed is confidential. That goes for you too, Shelgon. Please don't reveal any of it to anyone, even your party. I'll tell them in due time.
Okay, well, I suppose I can keep a secret.
That would be most appreciated.
And this is where I stop.
And actually, okay, you stop there, but tack on that comment about capturing that Skarmory, actually, because I can actually expand on that a little bit. If you want to tack that on.
What tack on where? What?
Your comment about how about capturing the Skarmory.
Where should I put it?
Right here. Right now.
Where? I don't know what here is.
Blah blah blah.
At the bottom of the chat.
Put it before the things about, stuff that you want to still keep a secret. About that thing you're saving up for.
How do I put it before that in a chat that's already happened?
Improvise, man. Improvise.
Table flip.
God damn it, where's my sunglasses? I don't have them with me. But deal with it. So you said, basically, whatever you were saying about the Skarmory.
Type it at the bottom of the chat, and you can copy and paste it to wherever you put the chat log.
I'm not actually putting the chat log anywhere, but you can type it
I guess I'll just... There's no point in doing anything.
Yeah, just...
Adding it. Because it'll be super out of order.
Whatever.
Damn it, Matthew.
I don't think you understand what I'm getting at, but whatever.
No, I don't.
Basically, you once again stated something along the lines of, really hope you don't want to capture that Skarmory. You won't have enough for that or something.
There won't be enough left.
There won't be enough
to
left.
Put into one of those balls.
In which to that comment he would reply, "I'm only interested in the leaders at this point in time. If we can get the leaders out, we can derail the slavers more or less. They'll be thrown into chaos." That's the idea.
But do you need to capture them alive? That's what I was getting at.
I deal so much damage, it's not even funny.
And do you actually just need to capture them, or do they just need to be gone?
It would actually be preferable to capture them. I can't necessarily say why at this point, nor am I at liberty to discuss.
Well, then you might want to show up by the time we're storming the castle.
Why would
Good luck.
Well, if you guys are going, might I just give you this? And he holds out a ball to you.
I take the ball, and you can't see my hand motion.
I'll leave this to you. Knocked out, it'll work. It'll work if he's knocked out. If it's dead, then Here, just in case, just as a contingency matter. And he hands you a one that's completely black.
So what is this one? Is it the Ultra Ball that he was showing before?
Great ball.
Great Ball, sorry.
Great ball.
Great Ball.
So yes, he gives you a great ball, and he gives you also the black one, the blacker one. He says if you do end up killing it, I won't stop you. Just stay away from just use this black ball instead.
Don't follow the lights.
I will believe you.
Anyway, we should get back to the group. They're probably getting worried at how long we've been away.
Especially since more than 2 of us are missing right now.
Cough.
Hint. Nudge.
Hint, hint, nudge,
Wink.
nudge.
Alright, so you get back to the party, blah, 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 things happen, blah, 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 you make it back to town, blah, blah, blah. Where the fuck is Matthew?
Yeah, he's a little late.
Alright, you
I'm
make
gonna
it...
get more milk.